Hi, I'm Archie.
I'm Molly.
And today Molly will be reacting to Good Kid, m.A.A.d by Kendrick Lamar. You've heard of Kendrick Lamar before?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you know about Kendrick?
I feel like, you know those diagrams that you get with the circles? That
Like
overlap?
a Venn diagram?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like if there were Kendrick Lamar fans and film photographers, there would be a large overlap. That's who I've heard about him most from. I kept seeing people post about him and I was like, well, I must be missing out on something. And obviously you listen to him.
Right.
You play Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe in the car.
So you know that one?
I know that one. And I think I know Poetic Justice.
Yeah, I think I played that for you once.
Too, yeah.
With your boy Drake on it.
Yeah, Drake.
So yeah, this album was released in 2012, October of 2012. I first found out about Kendrick Lamar actually through Drake. Because I remember when Drake was blowing up, I guess in around 2010-ish, he went on tour, and he brought out as supporting acts. He had A$AP Rocky and Kendrick Lamar. I had never heard of both of those guys before, and then since then, I think, well, for me anyway, like a lot of hype surrounding those two rappers. I mean, I'm sure you've heard that Kendrick Lamar is like heralded as one of the best rappers of.
Yeah, like people love this guy. Yeah, like he's big.
Right. We'll get into more of that.
You said he's like a lyrical genius also?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, and I heard him in Really Dope.
Yeah, he was in Really Dope.
Yeah.
You've also heard him on like, I play that Sir song. I forget what, Hair Down by Sir.
Oh yeah, I love that song.
He's on there. But yeah, this is different. So he's had a few projects before this one, and he had one of which is called Section 80, which is a really good album. That was the first thing I've ever heard from him. But this is his major label debut, and he was signed to Dr. Dre's label, Aftermath. So anybody that's kind of signed to Dr. Dre is kind of a big deal. You know, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, right? 50 Cent. So anyway, we'll listen to the first song and we'll discuss further.
Duran's should know first or not?
No, we'll just get right into it and then we'll talk about it. So the first song is called Sherane, aka Master Splinter's daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I met her at this house party on El Segundo in Central. She had the credentials of strippers in Atlanta. Ass came with a hump from the jump, she was a camel. I wanna ride like Arabians, pushing no for Mercedes-Benz. Hello, my name is Kendrick, she said, no, you're handsome. Whispered in my ear, disappeared, then found her dance. 17 with nothing but pussy stuck on my mental. My motive was rather sinful, what you trying to get into? She didn't tell, just gave me her next tale. Dropped the number, we chirped the whole summer, and well, a Martin go off, I'm trying to get off. I wasn't heat like a cactus, my tactics of being thirsty probably could hurt me, but fuck it, I got some heart. Grandma, mama, keys, hopped in the car, then the old bar. And I'm thinking about that sex, thinking about her thighs, or maybe kissing on her neck, or maybe what position's next. Sent a picture of her titties blowing up my text. I looked at them and almost ran my front bumper into a Corvette. Enthused by the touch of a woman, she's a masseuse, and I'm 2 blocks away, 250 feet and 6 steps from where she stays. She waved at me across the street. I pulled up, a smile on my face, and then I see 2 niggas, 2 black hoodies. I froze as my phone rang.
Oh.
Kendrick, where you at? Damn, I'm sitting here waiting on my van. You told me you was gonna be back in 15 minutes.
Kendrick on the phone?
The daddy calling about some damn dominoes. He wanna holler at you too. Go ahead, Kenny. Go.
Hello? Yeah, where my motherfucking dominoes at?
Kenny.
What?
I'm on his voicemail. Damn fool.
Oh. Yeah, where my motherfucking dominoes at?
That was absolutely wonderful.
Yeah?
Yes.
Good.
I loved that. The first thing that I loved was the mixing.
Yeah.
The mixing is wonderful and it's so smooth. It's so interesting because it's so much less like a song.
Yeah.
It's so much like a story.
Yeah, it's storytelling for sure.
And with the short film thing, I'm like, wow, is it going to be like this for the rest of the time?
So this is a narrative.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
I love this. I love that. And wow, I'm so super impressed by that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't want to say anything at the beginning. So yes, we're listening to a short film, basically.
This is going to be amazing. I'm really excited.
And so that first track is kind of like kind of in the middle of the narrative, and so that's kind of like you know how like in movies they show a scene in the future, and so that's kind of that. So this is Kendrick Lamar, 17 years old, 16, 17 years old, kind of describing his upbringing in Compton. So he's from Compton, California.
I feel like you could feel heat in the mixing.
Sure.
Like the way...
Yeah. Oh, like the heat waves or whatever.
Yeah. I love that.
Kind of like when you see like, I would say smoke or vapor.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. This one's called Sherane. So that's the name of the girl that he's after, aka Master Splinter's daughter.
Okay.
So Ninja Turtles, that's a reference to Ninja Turtles because their sensei is a rat. Master Splinter.
Okay.
So his daughter is a hood rat. So I think that's the reference.
That's hilarious. And that voicemail was amazing.
Yeah.
And I really liked how it went into that.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why in the cover is like him with his family. And then the deluxe version you saw there was a van. So as you can tell, like he took his mom's van. And he took the keys, and that's why she's like, come back with the van or whatever. Yeah. So the van is a central figure in the story as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're gonna hear these skits here and there throughout the album just to kind of tie the narrative. And then I'll just kind of help you with the way it bounces around a little bit. So the next song is Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, which you've heard before. This is present day Kendrick now.
Okay.
And doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the narrative at this point.
Bitch don't kill my vibe. Bitch don't kill my vibe. Bitch don't kill my vibe. Look inside of my soul and you can find gold and maybe get rich. Look inside of your soul and you can find out it never exists. I can feel the changes. I can feel a new life. I always knew life can be dangerous. How can I paint this picture when the colorblind is hanging with you? Fell on my face and I woke with a scar. Another mistake living deep in my heart. Wear it on top of my sleeve in a flick. I can admit that it did look like yours.
I am a sinner who's probably gonna sin again. Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me. Things I don't understand. Sometimes I need to be alone.
I'm trying to keep it alive and not compromise the feeling we love. You're trying to keep it deprived and only co-sign what radio does. And I'm on the right pasture. We live in a world on two different axles. You
waiting on Kendrick like the 1st and the 15th. Threes in the air, I can see you are in sync. Hide your feelings now. What you better do? I'll take your girlfriend and put that pussy on the pedestal. Bitch don't kill my vibe. Bitch don't kill my vibe. Walk out the door and they scream it's alive.
K-Dot, get in the car, nigga. Come on, we finna roll out. Nigga, I got a pack of blacks and a beat CD. Get your freestyles ready.
Yeah, I already know that song.
Yeah.
Of course, we listen to it in the car all the time.
Right.
But there's a big difference when you put headphones on. And also when
that goes for everything.
I know. But the mixing on this is amazing.
Yeah.
It really sets a scene.
For sure.
Yeah. It feels kind of sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously I've never looked to the lyrics before either.
Yeah.
There's some good lines in there.
So I said like he's present day Kendrick on this one, kind of just reflecting on kind of being famous at this time. Also criticizing other rappers for just like doing what's popular on the radio and blah blah blah, and kind of how like the people around him starting to change now that he's famous and might want a handout and things like this. So
I got that from the lyrics.
Yeah. So fun fact, I know most people know this already, but Lady Gaga was supposed to be on this song. Yeah.
What?
So I guess she was gonna sing the hook and has a verse also, but due to I don't know, I read that it was like due to timing or creative differences, she was left off. But she posted it on YouTube, like the actual version that she's on.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah.
When was this again? Sorry.
2012. So
okay.
I think that's prime Gaga right there.
Yeah.
So So at the end of that one, you hear his buddies call him.
Yeah.
And say like, we have a CD. Come, I'm gonna pick you up. I'm gonna freestyle. So we're back to 17-year-old Kendrick Lamar for Backseat Freestyle, and basically, this is him and his friends just rapping about shit. So just approach this as the mentality from a teenager.
Okay.
The lyrics, whatever. So
I really like this. That's telling a story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I really like albums like that.
perfect.
Yeah.
So like this is obviously this is different from all the. I'm trying to expose you to different albums, kind of like the more prominent feature out of each album. So you'd have the Mad Villain, the Yeezus, Danny Brown.
You see, that's what I loved about Mad Villainy and Atrocity Exhibition.
Right.
Because they were all
Kind of tied together.
telling a story.
Right.
Yeah. I know a lot of people were saying that Jesus was also telling a story, but I didn't really get that. But those, I really got that from it.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll move on to the next song, which is Backstreet Freestyle.
All my life I want money and power, respect my mind or die from less shout. I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud nine, and this 9 is never on vacation. Pray you niggas is hating. Shooters go after Judas. Jesus Christ, if I live life on my knees, ain't no need to do this. Park it in front of looters. Next to that church is chicken. All you pussies is losers. All my niggas is winning, screaming. Got 25 lighter on my dresser. Yes, sir. Put fire to that ass. Body cast on a stretcher. And her body got that ass that a ruler couldn't measure. And it make me come fast, but I never get embarrassed. Respect my mind, no nigga, it's go time. I roll in dough with a good grind, and I run that hoe with a bouton. That's a relay race with a bouquet. They say, K, you gon' marry mines. Biatch, no way. Biatch, no way. Biatch, no way. Biatch, I look like OJ killing everything from pussy to motherfucking hit boy bitch. She pussy poppin', and I got options like an audible. I beat C-O-M-P-T-O-N. I win, then ball at your defeat. C-O-M-P-T-O-N. My city mobbing in the street.
So that was Backstreet Freestyle.
Also fantastic.
Yeah.
I have nothing bad to say about this. I thought that sounded really good. It sounded really like it was just really minimal. It sounded really cool.
The production was definitely very minimal.
Yeah.
Not a lot of instruments going on there.
Yeah.
So that beat was specifically, actually, it was supposed to be made for an R&B singer named Sierra. She was big in the 2000s.
I know who she is.
You do?
Yeah.
It was actually made for her, which would have been interesting actually to hear on that sort of beat. So yeah, that was from the perspective of teenage Kendrick Lamar. And I was reading that he kind of, when he was kind of using that aggression in the song, he was kind of channeling Eminem. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. That's cool how it was from like 17-year-old him's perspective.
Yeah.
And it was very stripped back.
Right.
That's really interesting. Yeah.
But also like very ambitious.
And very like his dick being inside the Eiffel Tower. Yeah. Very the kind of immature.
Yeah.
But
very confident,
very cocky.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're gonna move on to the next song called "The Art of Peer Pressure." So the title's kind of foreshadowing, and we're gonna go right back into the narrative with this one.
Cool.
Okay.
That's nice.
And we asking for no favors. Rush a nigga quick to laugh about it later. Aye. Really, I'm a peacemaker. But I'm with the homies right now.
Oh. Wow.
Me and my niggas 4 deep in a white Toyota. A quarter tank of gas, 1 pistol and orange soda. Janky stash box when the federales to roll up. Basketball shorts with the Gonzalez Park odor. Bumpin' cheesy first album, looking distracted. Speaking language only we know, you think it's an accent. The windows roll down, all I see is a hand pass it. Hot boxing like George Foreman, grilling the masses of the working world.
I ride for my motherfucking niggas. Hop out, do my stuff, then hop back in.
Me and the homies.
Matter of fact, I hop out the
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It never was a gangbanger, I mean I never was stranger to the funk neither. I really doubt it. Rush a nigga quick and then we laugh about it. That's ironic, cause I never been violent until I'm with the homies. Just riding. Pull in front of the house that we've been camping out for like 2 months. The sun is going down as we take whatever we want.
Hey, nigga, jack out, nigga, about to say. Hey, nigga, I see somebody in this room. Wait, what?
We made a right, they made a left, they made a right, they made a left. We was just circling life, my mama called.
Hello? What you doing?
Kicking it, I should've told her I'm probably about to catch my first offense with the homies.
Drop K-Dot off at his mama van at the park, because I know he's trying to fuck on Sherane tonight. Then we all gonna meet back at the block at about 10:30.
That's straight, but we should just meet up around 12. I'm trying to fuck on something too.
Nigga, shut your dumb ass back down, nigga. You ain't gonna do shit tonight.
Wow. When you said foreshadowing, I was like, oh, is something bad about to happen? And wow,
Yeah.
it did.
Yeah.
So he was talking about how he's doing all these things. He doesn't normally do them, but he's doing them because he's with his friends.
Right, with the homies.
They're leading him, his homies are leading him down a bad path.
Right. So like in the intro there, you know, when you were saying, oh, this is kind of nice. And then he was, one line stood out, was like, really, I'm a peacemaker, but I'm with the homies right now. And then how he closes out each verse when he says, usually I'm drug free, but shit, I'm with the homies. Or that's ironic because I've never been violent until I'm with the homies.
Yeah.
Right.
And I liked how at the start it was light,
pleasant,
and then it got really dark.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. This is really exceptional so far.
It's really it's not engaging. What am I trying to say here?
Captivating.
Captivating. Yeah, exactly.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really is like a film.
Right.
Yeah.
By the way, if I miss any important parts of the narrative, put them in the comment section. It has been a while since I've really broken down the album. I was going to say it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Because he's just such a vivid storyteller. Right.
It really is vivid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this next song is called Money Trees. We're just looking at Spotify here. Oh, that's 1 billion.
Oh shit!
Isn't that 1 billion?
Yeah, it has over a billion listens.
I'm actually surprised by that. I thought "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe" would be the #1 song, and it's not. It's like 3rd or 4th.
A billion is.
And yeah,
a lot.
that's crazy. And yeah, that surprised me. I didn't think this song was the most popular on the album, but I mean, I really like the song. Spoiler alert. So this is featuring J-Rock, who's a member of TDE, Top Dog Entertainment. And so they had their crew, which is Kendrick Lamar, has J-Rock, Ab-Soul, who you heard on the Danny Brown album, and Schoolboy Q. And also Isaiah Rashad is part of that.
Oh,
yeah. You really like Isaiah Rashad. And SZA is actually there, and Sir. Yeah,
wow.
So they're all on that label together. However, like now Kendrick Lamar's not on that label. He's starting his own stuff. But anyway, I only bring that up because J-Rock, who's part of that label, is on the song. So I'm interested to hear your thoughts on the beat, actually.
Oh.
So.
Don't put pressure on me.
No. Right, so this next song is called Money Trees.
Is that Beach House?
Yeah.
Me and my niggas tryna get it, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Hit that house, like, tell me, is you with it, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Home invasion was persuasive. From 9 to 5, I know it's vacant. Go Holly Berry or Hallelujah. Pick your poison, tell me what you do. Everybody go respect the shooter, but the one in front of the gun lives forever. Through canals and alleyways, just to say, Money Trees is the perfect place for shade, and that's just how I feel. Now, $8 might just fuck your main bitch. That's just how I feel. Back to reality, we pour, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Another casualty at war, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. 2 bullets in my Uncle Tony head. My Tony head. He said one day I'll be on tour, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. That stay your hood is a pot of gold. And we go crash it when nobody's home. Holly Berry or Hallelujah. Pick your poison, tell me what you do.
Be the last one out to get this dough. No way, love one of your bucket-headed hoes. No way, hit the streets and we break the code.
I can hear this as Lady Gaga too.
No way.
House with cocaine residue. Every day I'm hustling. What else is a thug to do when you eat cheese from the government? Gotta put 5 for my daughter and them. Get the fuck up out my way, bitch. Got that drum and I got them bands just like a parade, bitch. Broken promises, still your watch and tell you what time it is. Take your J's and tell you to kick it where a falaka is. In the streets with a heater under my dungarees. Dreams of me getting shaded under a money tree.
Kendrick, just bring my car back, man. I called in for another appointment. I figured you weren't going to be back here on time anyway. Look.
Look at that big old fat ass.
See, he has hell. Shit, he ain't even tripping off them dominoes no more. Just bring the car back.
Somebody say domino?
That's you. There's so many
That is
songs.
me. That's Cool Beach House was on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like they were being sampled
A lot.
a lot
yeah.
around that time.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot. It was like, you know, the weekend. The Weeknd and Kendrick. But yeah, that's one of my favorite beats. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I don't... That's the one with the most streams.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I thought it was really good,
Yeah.
but like it has twice the amount of streams.
Well, are we looking at this correctly? Yeah, we are.
We are. Like
Yeah.
it has twice the amount of like the next
Yeah.
most played song.
Yeah, I wonder what that is. Actually, I just found that out right now, like
Yeah.
when we were looking at it. But
Yeah, and like no offense to the song, it was a great song. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it.
Yeah, especially because
So
it's
he's
other
robbing
popular
people's
songs.
houses.
Yeah. Well, basically, he's kind of summing up what we've kind of heard already. So he was kind of saying about like, he was talking about like the kind of like the robberies, or the robbery and the art of peer pressure. He was talking about like Sherane, reference to the track 1. He was also referencing about like, where is it? Parked the car and then we started rhyming like backseat freestyle. So he's kind of flashing back to these. The song is mostly about kind of materialism and kind of his hunt for materialism at this time, at this age, and he's kind of like getting money and getting girls and stuff like this. So like in the chorus where he says Halle Berry or Hallelujah, so he's choosing like one or the other. So this lifestyle or like being more himself, or going down more of a, I won't say religious path, but like a cleaner path, right? And then J-Rock comes in and he's rapping about kind of his perspective from being in the ghetto and being in Compton. So yeah, so it's more kind of like about lust and obsession with material things. He also mentioned his uncle Tony, who got shot in the head. And then kind of like in the chorus where he says, everyone will respect the shooter, but the one that's in front of the gun lives forever. So the person that dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they talk about that.
That was a really cool part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next we have Poetic Justice featuring Drake. So this is more of a female-oriented song.
Okay.
So it's more about...
It's got Drake on it, so of course it's going to be about girls.
So yeah, Poetic Justice.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Say if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high, go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know you taste this a little bit. High maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I really wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga, don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga, that ain't good game, homie, sorry. They say conversation, rule a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs, lest I write it down for real. P.S.
I really hope you play this, cause oh girl, you test my patience with all these seductive photographs and all these one-off vacations you've been taking. Clearly a lot for me to take in, it don't make sense. Young poetic justice, poetic justice. You were so new to this life, but goddamn, you got adjusted. I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to the fun sex, your natural hair and your soft skin and your big ass and that sundress. Ooh.
Every time I write these words, they become a taboo. Making sure my punctuation curve, heavy letter hits true. Living my life in the margin, and that metaphor was proof. I'm talking poetic justice, poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, you interference, it's coherent, I can hear it. That's your heartbeat, it either caught me or it caught me. Read slow and you'll find gold mines in these lines. Sincerely, yours truly, and right before you go blind, P.S. Know just what you want. Poetic justice, put it in the song.
We're gonna do it like this, okay? I'm gonna tell you where I'm from, okay? You're gonna tell me where you from, okay? Or where your grandma stay, where your mama stay, or where your daddy stay, okay?
All this talking.
As a matter of fact, get out the van, homie.
Get out the car before I snatch you out that motherfucker, homie.
Yeah, I already know that song.
Yeah.
I don't know if you play in the car or if you just play it on the speaker and I overhear it.
I feel like I played that. I played a music video for you once, and
I'm
then
not sure.
yeah, that's the only time I could remember.
Because I really know it. Like I'm really familiar with that song.
Well, it sampled
Janet Jackson.
Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, that was. It's a really, really just pleasant song.
Right.
Out of the context of the album, it's still just a nice song to listen to. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because like, obviously it's so as female oriented, you would assume it's just he's rapping about sherane.
Mm-hmm.
There was one line that stuck out.
I really like that line about a flower blooming in a dark room.
Yeah, actually, I was just gonna get to that.
I love that line.
Yeah. I think he was talking about how like it might have been a reference to sherane or any love interest, I guess. Kind of like, how do I say this?
I got the image that something good coming from something bad, or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like for example, a good person coming from like something,
right.
A beautiful person coming from a dark place or
yes.
past, for example.
Perfectly you said that kind of. That's pretty much what it was. I couldn't formulate my words. So yeah, and then it's funny because like so he's singing or he's rapping about all this, and then at the end of the skit. It's pulls you back into the narrative.
What's going on there? What's about
so that's back to sherane, the track 1 sherane, because at the end when he's like, oh, I'm close to the house, I'm gonna hook up with sherane, and then he sees these two guys. Remember? And then it goes to his mom's voicemail. Then the phone rang or whatever. Yeah, so there's a throwback to that.
Okay.
So this is basically track 1 would have been before this. In the timeline. Okay. Yeah.
So we're about to get past the.
So now he's like. So now these two guys are, they, presumably, well, spoiler, they beat him up or whatever, or they confront him anyway.
Yeah.
And so he's like, yeah, you're gonna tell me where your grandma is, where your parents are, blah blah blah. So we'll move on to the next song. Next one is called "Good Kid." Oh, that's Pharrell, by the way. He produced the song.
Oh, that's why it started off.
Yeah. Did it?
Dun 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 dun.
Oh yeah.
Make a spin, I should pray. For the record, I recognize that I'm easily prey. I got 8 alive yesterday. I got animosity building. It's probably big, it's a building. Me jumping off of the roof. It's me just playing it safe. But what am I supposed to do when the topic is red or blue? And you understand that I ain't. But no, I'm accustomed to just a couple that look for trouble and live in the street with rank. No better picture to paint than me walking from Bible studying. Mass hallucination, baby. Ill education, baby.
It sounds like a movie.
Yeah.
Well, I can never pick out the difference in grade a cop on the bill. Every time you clock in the morning, I feel you just want to kill all my innocence while ignoring my purpose to persevere as a better person. I know you heard this and probably in fear, but what am I supposed to do when the blink and the red and blue flash from the top of your roof and your dog has the same roof and you ain't fouls? But that don't matter because the matter his racial profile. I heard them chatter, he's probably young, but I know that he's down. Step on his neck as hard as your bulletproof vest. He don't mind, he know we never respect the good kid, M.A.A.d city. Mass hallucination, baby. Ill education, baby.
So that was Good Kid featuring Pharrell.
That was a really cool sound.
Yeah.
It was like a movie.
Sounded very cinematic for sure.
Yeah. Like a kind of old movie or something. I'm trying to think of like the exact mood that it's like creating for me. Because it wasn't like a detective kind of thing, but it was like...
Do you feel like it was, I don't know, for me, it looks like kind of nighttime, kind of a police car just kind of driving around LA. Yeah. Kind of...
Like, yeah. I don't know how to explain it, but it was very much like a movie.
I feel bad. I should have actually described this song prior because there were a couple of things you might have missed kind of just going through.
Can't believe this.
So the first verse, he was just rapping about the altercation he just had in the previous, like when he went to go see sherane and then he got. So from that first perspective, he was talking about how like growing up in the ghetto, in that environment, there's a lot of violence. So him being a good kid, it's kind of hard to escape that. And he was talking about red and blue because of like the Bloods and Crips, the gangs. And then the second verse, he's talking about police, like, oh, you're here to help, but no, not really, because, you know, being black, being young and black, you're going to just be assumed that you're up to no good. And then he talks about red and profile and right. Yeah. And then he talked about red and blue there, as in the sirens. Yeah.
Wow.
So I wish I kind of told you that.
Wow.
So that you could.
I can't believe it. Now we have to react to the song again.
There's no profanity in the song.
Oh.
Kind of to kind of further push Good Kid.
Wow.
Right? So.
Yeah, that was really, really good.
Yeah.
Really like that. Very
perfect.
Nice vibe.
Now we get to M.A.A.d City. So that's the next song.
Man down, where you from, nigga? Fuck who you know, where you from, my nigga?
Brace yourself, I take you on a trip down memory lane. This is not a rapper, I'm slinging crack or moon cocaine. It was me, El Boogie, Yang Yang, YG Lucky. Ride down Rosecrans, it got ugly. Waving your hand out the window, check yourself. A light-skinned nigga with his brains blown out. At the same burger stand with saying gout. Now this is not a tape recorder saying that he did it, but ever since that day I was looking at him different. That was back when I was 9. Joey packed a 9, pack a stand on every porch is fine. We adapt to crime, non-child man, goddamn all hell broke loose. You killed my cousin back in 94, fuck your truce. Now crawl your head in that noose, you wind up dead on the news. Ain't no peace treaty, just peace and BG's up to pre-approved.
Wake your punk ass up. It ain't some lessons about the street. Hood. Ain't nothing but a Compton thing. Chill. How we do?
Reality struck, I seen a white car crash. Hit the light pole, 2 niggas hopped out on foot and dashed. My pop said I needed a job, I thought I believed him. Security guard for a month and ended up leaving. In fact, I got fired cause I was inspired by all of my friends to stage a robbery the 3rd Saturday I clocked in.
In the hood, no, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. The hood took me under, so I follow the rules. But yeah, that's like me. I grew up in the hood where they bang, and niggas that rep colors is doing the same thing. Yeah. Trip, we in the hood still. So low grab strap, cause yeah, it's so real. Yeah. Deal with the outcome, a strap in the hand, and a burn 10 grands where motherfuckers stand.
If what's on his head, the tots probably go to the projects. I live inside the belly of the rough. Compton, USA, made me an angel on angel dust. What?
Holding it for? Niggas always acting insensitive and shit. Nigga, ain't no word. Nigga, shut up. Doc, you good, my nigga? Don't even trip. Just lay back and drink that.
Wow. That was a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in that song.
Yeah, there was a lot going on.
Yeah, he's just kind of rapping about how he experienced violence around him at a young age. Talking about his cousin that passed away when he was 11, I believe, when I was reading. Also, how his dad told him, like, yo, you should get a job, whatever. And then he pretty much got fired right away because he saw opportunities to steal stuff.
Yeah.
And then also talks about how the first time he smoked weed, it was laced with cocaine, and he was pretty messed up after that, which is why he doesn't smoke weed.
He doesn't?
He doesn't smoke weed at all.
Oh, wow. Sad.
So as you can see, the spelling M.A.A.D. And
I saw that. With the, was it with the angel dust?
Yeah, exactly. My angel's on angel dust.
Yeah.
And he also talks about, like, I think in an interview or whatever, he talks about how it's like my angry adolescence divided.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, how it ties from Good Kid to M.A.A.d City, and then at the end, obviously his boys are just kind of consoling him because he got into that altercation with those guys, and he's like, well, pass the drink to him, let him drink. Which goes on to the next song, which is called Swimming Pools Drink.
Okay.
And that was the first single for the album.
Okay.
So, Swimming Pools.
Wow. Reminds me of Clamps Casino.
Yeah.
Pull up.
Frank.
Headshot.
Frank.
Sit down.
Frank.
Stand up.
Now I done grew around some people living their life in bottles. Granddaddy had the golden flask, backstroke every day in Chicago. Some people like the way it feels. Some people want to kill their sorrow. Some people want to fit in with the popular. That was my problem. Nigga, why you babysitting on it? 2 or 3 shots. I'ma show you how to turn it up a notch. First you get a swimming pool full of liquor, then you dive in it. Pool full of liquor, then you dive.
Okay, now open your mind up and listen to me, Kendrick. I'm in your conscience. If you do not hear me, then you will be history, Kendrick.
I think that I'm feeling the vibe. I see the love in her eyes. I see the feeling of freedom is granted as soon as the damage of vodka arrived. This how you capitalize. This is parental advice. And apparently, I'm over influenced by what you are doing. I thought I was doing the most, and someone said to me.
Oh, wow.
All I have in life is my new appetite for failure. And I got hunger, pain that grow insane. Tell me, do that sound familiar? Never ever wake up, never ever wake up, never ever wake up. In God I trust.
Say something. These bitch niggas killed my brother.
That was absolutely fantastic. The reason I said it reminded me of Clowns Casino is just everything that's super like low and dark reminds me of Clowns Casino automatically.
It's funny when you said that, and then you started when you started rapping, it was pitched down as well, like a Clowns Casino production.
Love Clowns Casino.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fantastic. The mood was wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was perfect.
And obviously he's talking about like using alcohol to cope.
Mm-hmm. Well, I liked how it kept saying dive in, and then when it got to that part near the end, and it said die in.
Yeah. Right.
Did you? Yeah. And also, it kind of sounded like he was underwater at that point.
Yeah. So he's kind of using swimming as a metaphor for the.
I loved that.
Yeah. Good. I also thought it was interesting that he used that as the first single. You know.
Oh, that's true. Actually.
Yeah. And I remember when he did that, I was like, wow, this guy's different. Because, you know, this is your major label debut. You want to put out a song.
A catchy song.
A
good time.
Exactly. Make it be number one or whatever. And instead he put out like a really serious, revolving around a really serious topic.
Yeah.
Really personal to him. Yeah, I'm glad you liked that one.
That was a fantastic song. Yeah, I really liked the atmosphere. Yeah.
When, during that song, I was thinking to myself, like, yeah, this was released in 2012. Like, if this album came out today.
Yeah.
Like, it would sound super fresh right now, so.
That's actually so true. Yeah. When I'm listening to these, I kind of forget about when they were released.
Yeah.
And that's so true. That was 11 years ago.
That's 11 years ago.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy. But, yeah, and that's why I think, you know, he's totally ahead of his time. I mean, we'll talk about him more as an individual when we wrap up later. So, yeah, at the end of that, he's hanging out with his boys, and then one of his guys got shot and killed, Dave. So this next song is called Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. So I'll might as well just break it down for you. So the first verse, just so you can understand what's happening. So the first verse is from the perspective of Dave's brother. And the second verse is about a girl named Keisha, and it's from the perspective of Keisha's sister.
Okay.
So Keisha is somebody that was referenced in the previous album, Section 80. So she was a woman that was raped and murdered.
Oh, wow.
So that's the first verse. The second verse is, like I said, about Keisha's sister. And then the last verse is Kendrick Lamar, just from his perspective. Just so
thank you.
But the next song is called Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst.
It's a 12-minute song.
When the lights shut off and it's my turn to settle down, my main concern, promise that you will sing about me. Promise that you will sing about me. I woke up this morning and figured I'd call you in case I'm not here tomorrow. I'm hoping that I can borrow a peace of mind. I'm behind on what's really important. My mind is really distorted. I find nothing but trouble with him. You ran outside when you heard my brother cry for help. Held him like a newborn baby and made him feel like everything was alright in a fight he tried to put up. But the type of bullet that stuck had went against his will. I love you cause you love my brother like you did. Just promise me you tell this story when you make it big. And if I die before your album drop, I hope.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Promise that you will sing about me. Promise that you will sing about me. You wrote a song about my sister on your tape and called it Section 80. The message resembled Brenda's got a baby. What's crazy was I was hearing about it but doubted your ignorance. How could you ever just put her on blast and shit? Exhausted. But fuck that, sorry for your lost shit. My sister died in vain, but what point are you trying to gain if you can't fit the pumps I walk in? I'll wait.
Your rebuttal a little too late, and if you already live longer than you and never fade away, I'll never fade away, I'll never fade away. I know my fate, and I'm on with my story. You can help me if you sell this pussy for me, nigga.
Oh wow. The fade out.
Yeah.
Sometimes I look in the mirror and ask myself, am I really scared of passing away? If it's today, I hope I hear a cry out from heaven so loud it can water down a demon with the Holy Ghost till it drown in the blood of Jesus. And you're right, your brother was a brother to me, and your sister's situation was the one that put me in a direction to speak on something that's realer than the TV screen. By any means, wasn't trying to offend or come between.
I'm tired of fucking running, I'm tired of this shit. My brother, homie.
Tired of running, tired of hunting, my own kind, but retiring nothing. Dying to thirst, dying to thirst, dying to thirst. How many sins? I'm running out. How many sins? I lost count. Viewed and the beef is bubbling. It's no discussion. Hereditary. All of my cousins. My best days. I stress days. Lord, forgive me for all my sins, for now. My best days. I stress days. Say fuck the world. My sex slave. You dying to thirst. You dying to thirst. So hop in that water and pray that it works.
Thank you, Lord Jesus, for saving me with your precious blood.
Thank you, Lord Jesus, for saving me with your precious blood.
In Jesus' name, amen.
In Jesus' name, amen.
Wow. That was intense.
It was very intense.
It was extremely intense. It's funny because the start of it was like what was being said was so serious, but it sounded so, like it sounded lighthearted, the actual instrumental.
Right. Yeah.
But wow. And then the next part when it changed and it was like haunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the first verse where it's Dave's brother, and he's just kind of rapping about how he's kind of saying how he finds that it's great that Kendrick has a dream, and that he has something to follow, whereas he himself is stuck in this cycle of violence and gang culture, and then obviously be here at the end he gets killed too. And then in the second verse, Keisha's sister. Talking about how I don't want you talking about my family. Why are you talking about me? Blah blah blah. And then in the third verse, he's kind of reflecting on all these things.
And how he feels like he has to.
Yeah, he feels like that's his responsibility. His boys are kind of upset. They're talking, and then it goes to the dying of thirst, and that's kind of like Kendrick reflecting on gang culture and kind of the detrimental effects, and he feels lost or whatever, and then he goes through the spiritual awakening. Or
that's why the
rebirth, I should say,
in the background. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Kind of like
it sounded kind of holy.
Yeah, kind of like I don't want to say like a hymn or like a choir.
A hymn, a choir. Yeah, that's what it made me think of, like a choir. Yeah.
And then at the end, where the prayer, that just a throwback to the very first track where it starts off as a prayer.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it ties it all together. And so this is him kind of realizing he's chosen his path now after all he's been through and what he's seen. So
wow.
Yeah.
You could see all of that playing out before you.
Exactly.
That was incredible.
And then and you've commented it a lot, and I guess I never really broke it down, but the soundscape.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
The mixing is fantastic.
Yeah, and the effects they're using.
They use that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like the panning from back and forth.
Not just back and forth, but it goes all the way around.
Yeah, we can feel in the front and the back too.
Yeah.
And again, they use it to the effect of and then just going through this, I'm like, Jesus, the songwriting.
The storytelling is amazing.
Yeah, it's really vivid.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just absolutely wonderful. Yeah.
So we got 2 songs left. The next song is called Real. Let's get into it.
I promise that I know you very well. Your eyes never lie, even if they tell. Sweet lullabies that come with the smell of a dozen roses flipping down a green hill. You living in a world that come with plan B, cause plan A never relay a guarantee, and plan C never could say just what it was, and your plans only can pan around love.
Real, I'm real, I'm really, really real. I'm real, I'm real, I'm really
so much. You love when love hurts. You love fast cars and dead presidents old. You love fast women. You love keeping control of everything that you love. You love beef. You love streets. You love running, ducking police. You love your hood. Might even love it to death. But what love got to do with it when you don't love yourself? The reason why I know you very well, cause we have the same eyes, can't you tell? The days I tried to cover up and conceal my pride, it only made it harder for me to deal with living in a world that come with plan B. A scapegoat cause plan A don't come free, and plan C just an excuse like because, or the word but what if I got love? Should I hate them for telling me ball out? Should I hate street credibility? I'm talking about hating on money, power, respect in my will, or hating the fact none of that shit make me real.
Gang, I ain't tripping up them dominoes no more. Just call it. Sorry to hear what happened to your homeboy. But don't learn the hard way like I did, homie. Any nigga can kill a man. That don't make you a real nigga. Real is responsibility. Real is taking care of your motherfucking family. Real is God, nigga.
And I love you, Kendrick. If I don't hear you knocking on the door, you know I usually leave the key. All right? Talk to you later. Bye.
Also very intense.
Yeah.
That was long also, yeah. It's funny because they're long, but it's not hard to, well, they're intense, but it's not, you don't get bored.
Yeah, it's not like a daunting task.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, okay, when is this going to end kind of thing.
Because you're really absorbed.
You really packed it in with a lot of content.
Yeah.
Basically, that's just kind of him realizing that, you know, maybe when he was young, or like the stereotype of like trying to be a real street dude and thinking that's real, and these things that, these materialistic things, or like violence and, you know, sex and all this stuff, that makes you a real person. When then his kind of dad kind of breaks it down, like real is like taking care of your family, or having self-respect and responsibility, you know, honoring your responsibilities and things of that nature.
This is touching.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Like, it's a bit emotional there at the end, for sure.
He really
I mean, the whole thing's emotional.
Yeah, but that was emotional. That was.
Yeah, especially coming from his parents. Where,
yeah, and when she said she loved him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now his dad was like, you know, he's kind of joking, or he's kind of funny throughout the whole album, and then he was kind of serious here at the end, like kind of giving him his lessons, whatever. So yeah, so that pretty much concludes the narrative. And then,
because there was the cassette at the end.
Right.
Okay, so this next one is...
So this next one is just to kind of cap things off. This is present day Kendrick now. So like the first part of the narrative, well, not the narrative, but Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe was present Kendrick. Goes into the narrative. And this is just kind of like Compton, kind of honoring, I guess, where he's from. And this is with Dr. Dre. And so he's kind of made it now. The thing that he said was like, this is, well, so obviously this is the last song of the album. But this is the first song he did with Dr. Dre, which is like his new life.
Oh, wow.
Yep. It's kind of the rebirth, though. Rebirth. So yeah. So this last song is called Compton.
Great.
Now everybody serenade the new faith of Kendrick Lamar. This is King Kendrick Lamar. King Kendrick, and I meant it, my point intended is raw. Fix your lenses, forensics would've told you Kendrick had killed it, pretend it's a massacre.
Compton, ain't no city quite like mine.
Hey Dre, what's happening with it, my nigga?
Still I'm at it, peel the plastic off it, you can feel the magic. Still I'm laughing at the critics talking, I can see them gagging when I'm back in the back of my city. Back in the back with a...
We don't swore that, hand on the cross and swore that. I do it biggest Respucia for them shooters. Karma Sutra scream, fuck your position and make you own that. I'm trying to stay grounded like 4 flats, but I know flats and Pyru cryptats.
And that's a given. I pass the blunt and pass the torch, of course it's my decision. I crash the porch, then you report that you see me in Benzes. I must report that we import them narcotics you bought it.
Now we can all celebrate, we can all harvest the rap artists of NWA. America target our rap market as controversy and hate. Harsh realities we in, made our music translate to the coke dealers, the hood rich and the broke niggas that play with them gorillas that know killers that know where you stay. Roll that kush, crack that case, 10 bottles of rosé. This was brought to you by Dre. Now every motherfucker in here.
Mom, I'm finna use the van real quick. Be back 15 minutes.
So that concludes Kidman City.
That was a great finisher.
Yeah.
It was obviously much more beat than the rest of the album.
Yeah, more celebratory.
Yeah, very celebratory.
Which is great because it's, you know, it follows his journey from being a kid to now, and then now he's, like as I said earlier, this is his new life. So he's picked he's picked his direction, and obviously he's paid off.
I like that at the end.
A throwback to
yeah. I thought that was funny.
I'm gonna use the van.
I thought that was absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, you love the album.
Yeah, I loved it. The mixing was fantastic, but the storytelling was like mind-blowing.
Right.
It really felt like it was playing out in front of you. It was absolutely fantastic. And the atmosphere of the songs, I'm just blown away. I thought that was, wow, really incredible.
Yeah. So, definitely, I mean, a lot of people say this is one of the best albums of all time.
Yeah, I totally understand. Like, everyone goes crazy for this guy, and now I'm like, oh, okay, like, I get it. Like,
yeah, they hold this guy in high regard for sure.
I can totally see why. Like, wow, I get it.
Yeah. Any standout tracks for you?
Wow,
I know it's kind of long.
To try and remember.
Right.
I there wasn't a single song I didn't like, or a single song that I was like, oh, I wish this would end already. Swimming pools.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
That was a real standout for me. The mood of that,
the production.
It was just really fantastic.
Right.
The whole album, the mixing and the atmosphere was perfect.
How did you feel him? Lyrically, his presence on the songs.
What do you mean lyrically? I feel like there are some songs we've listened to where obviously I focus more on like the wordplay and stuff. But this was all storytelling.
Yeah.
Like there were stuff in there, but it was storytelling, and I really admired that. Like he didn't need to do fancy things to make it like impressive. Like it was, and also the way he keeps up
his cadence, different. Yeah, he used a lot of different flows on this one as well.
He's so talented. As a storyteller, I thought that was incredible. And like I said, I saw on the album cover a short film.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Like, yes.
Definitely different from everything else we've listened to.
Yeah.
As far as like a narrative
it's different to anything I've heard.
The descriptive nature of it.
Yeah.
Some people call it so obviously like when you listen to it, you think of Los Angeles, California, of course. Like Compton, Los Angeles, kind of nighttime, kind of gritty. So people call this I've heard some people call this kind of like the West Coast m.A.A.d.
Oh wow, okay.
m.A.A.d, which we'll review at some point. It's a different album. So I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say that of course, because but when you listen to m.A.A.d, it's you feel like you're in New York as a. We'll get to that album.
That's really actually interesting because there was like a kind of like a warmth and haziness in some of the tracks. It sounded like California. Yeah.
So like you mentioned before, like the imagery that the soundscape's going to create, his descriptive nature as well, the lyrics. So
just incredible.
Yeah,
truly, I'm really looking forward to listening to more of his stuff.
Yeah, so there's Good Kid, Mad City, right, and then after this was To Pimp a Butterfly, which is heralded as many people call it one of the best hip hop albums of all time, if not the best, they say. On that website, Rate Your Music, it took over as the #1 rated album of all time. #1 belonged to Radiohead.
Oh, was it OK Computer?
It was OK Computer, yeah. But then it
love Radiohead.
Surpassed it.
How dare he? I hate Kendrick Lamar now. I take back everything I said.
Right. Any final thoughts about the album?
Everything I said. There are times where I don't react outwardly, and it's not because I'm not enjoying it. I'm just so
you might miss something
absorbed. And I'm trying, there's so much to focus on, like his story, and also I'm trying to focus on the atmosphere he's creating, trying to picture it, but also trying not to miss anything that he's saying. There's so much to focus on, and you get so absorbed in it. I don't react because I have nothing to react to. I'm just trying to focus on. I don't want to distract myself by trying to let you know I'm gonna save that for afterwards. I just thought it was absolutely incredible. I'm so impressed by it. Yeah.
I like that. it's obviously a narrative. It works in that fashion, but then also you could just pick out certain songs and listen to them, and they sound good, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, a couple of them are more intense than others, but
Yeah,
like, you know,
we
you can
wouldn't
put
just
on
listen to
"Bitch
them.
Don't Kill My Vibe" or "Backseat Freestyle" or any of those other songs, and they could work on on their own. I should say.
Yeah. Yeah, it's some albums you listen to them and they're kind of made for the radio.
Right.
And you can tell.
Yeah.
This was a work of art.
Yeah.
No offense to other albums, like whatever, but this is like, it's a work of art. It's a masterpiece. Like, I'm so.
And you can tell, like, he's like the praise that he gets. It's like, it's so well deserved, because he could have easily just put out. He obviously has the skills to just rap about anything he wants. But as I mentioned before, like, you know, the first single for the album was "Swimming Pools," just singing about or rapping about alcoholism. Like, who would have, you know, what modern day rapper would do that?
I'm just so
as your first move.
Like,
you know?
it's like it was so perfectly crafted. I'm
great. So you guys can look forward to more Kendrick. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We're gonna cover more of his albums. As always, if you made it this far, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
Please like and subscribe if you like what you see. Share with the homies. And I guess we'll catch you at the next video, hopefully.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Great.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.